Alright. Let's see what the newest one is. Knife disarm, reverse grip. Oh, fuck yeah.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. Right now we're going to share with you what you should do if you want to defend yourself against a person holding a blade in reverse grip. This is the reverse grip.
Beg him to stop.
Control pitch and angle, but his weapon is hidden.
Try asking.
Normally what you'll see is their hand is in this position. You won't even be able to see the blade often. When that happens, you should assume there's a blade in there, which is why it's in that position. When he's swinging, you're coming out, he swings back, he's swinging back and forth. As he comes in, you come in. As you're coming in, your hand is going here, straight. Your body is bent forward, so your guts are not going to be interacting with the blade. Your arm goes here, which articulates the arm, and you put your hand next to the blade where the guard is, pull it forward, and it goes right into your hand. This intelligent option will increase your survivability.
Okay, I guess. Very useful if you're in an anime where someone's actually using a reverse grip on a knife, I guess. And if you happen to be, like, lightning fast. But for an ordinary man, just try asking him, hey, bub, don't do that, please. Knife retention countermeasure. Oh God!
I'm with you right now.
He gutted him like a fish.
You're using a blade to defend your life or the lives of others, and a person grabs your knife hand with two hands. So here, in this case, he's got my weapon hand. He's holding the knife hand, and I'm defending myself. So I have my thumb here on the guard, so I control the pitch and angle. I'm going to take my hand, go into the eyes, pull his eyes back. At the same time, I'm going to drop the elbow down, which breaks the hold on the thumb. So he's holding here. That's how the weapon comes free here. Eyes back, going in the throat. This intelligent option can improve your survivability and save your life.
He's trying so hard to come up with new techniques. Hands-free knife takedown?
Detroit Urban Survival Training, we're going to share with you right now what you can do to increase your survivability. If a person has a blade, it's an
they've got some weak bones.
Not committing, but you need to stop the threat. So he's not leaning forward, he's not actually stabbing yet. Instead of waiting, we take initiative using our longest, strongest weapon, which is our leg. We're going to turn
well, depending on how tall you are, I guess.
You actually can sometimes bait them. You're going to go straight through the knee and go all the way through. Sometimes you'll end up stepping on their leg, which is even more destructive. This intelligent option will increase your survivability.
All right.
Back, pushing. If you like, you're trying to resist, push up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to drop down.
Whoa!
Underneath them. So when you drop down, if they have fabric, you grab it. If they don't, doesn't matter. If they have fabric, grab it. If they don't, you're just going to hold it here. And as you fall down, as they're pushing forward, your feet are going to go underneath them.
All right, I guess. I don't know who's gonna like attack somebody like this where you get into like a rugby scrum. But yeah, I mean this would work, you know, just like fall down. And hopefully they don't let go of you, I guess. Because otherwise then you're just in an even worse position. This is not judo. I know what you're talking about with a hip throw. This is, or a hip toss, right? This is not really a hip toss. This is more like a salad toss. Look up judo hip toss. Sure.
Back, pushing.
Whoa. How to hip.
Judo.
Let's see.
Step pivot. Step pivot. Step pivot. That's the footwork.
This is
now,
the, is that,
in the
okay.
clinch. Okay, it's easy. You can throw it from here, but easier. Punch him, get over here. Step. Step, pivot, hip throw. Okay, sorry, buddy, you okay? Chad's gonna go now. He's gonna punch up. Step, pivot. Throw. Right there.
Nice. Fuck yeah. Nice. We got him.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. Today I'm going to show you how to disarm an attacker that is armed with a baton or a stick striking at your head. Step 1, extend both of your hands out. When an attacker comes to strike you, you're going to strike them in the chin with your right hand, take your fingers into their eyes, wrap his hand with your left hand, drive his skull into the ground. This intelligent option can increase your survivability.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Thanks to resub Sorza and Sumpy Greg in the Prime Parker Mill. Ooh, this one kind of popped off for him. A shotgun disarm. We've seen this before, but not against RoboCop. Every technique is wildly different. Okay. I think one of the main problems Dale has is he thinks when someone's face gets touched, it like turns off their entire like nervous system. Like people just shut down in his demonstrations when their face even gets like poked like in here. Like what's that gonna do? You like touch me on my cheek? Why am I gonna like all of a sudden just
Detroit Urban Survival Training. Today we're going to share with you a story about real life experience related to violence. And this is George,
just a lecture?
martial artist, an MMA fighter, BJJ, a karate student. We want to make sure they have the training.
There's the 5 gift
to
subs,
survive in the
Cryptanon.
street,
Thank you for that, man.
even if they're a champion in the ring. In this situation, this is BJ Penn. BJ Penn is also a great fighter, amazing fighter. And this is a video that shows what happened when he encountered a person who was not nearly as in good a shape as him, and a very large individual who meant to attack him. And here you can see he's knocked unconscious.
Damn.
This individual is large, and he's also out of shape.
Okay, Dale.
That translates into the ability to transfer power, as long as it's not long term. And in these situations, we can increase survivability by understanding the difference between survival and sport.
Okay, Dale, in all honesty though, like I get you're trying to puff out your feathers like we are more effective in a real survival situation than martial arts. But let's take, for example, this video. None of your techniques call for like any defense against a surprise attack. He gets sucker punched.
Who meant to attack him. And here you can see
Like there's like you don't teach us anything to avoid that
this
either.
individual is large, and he's also out of shape. But that translates into the ability to transfer power, as long as it's not long term. And in these situations, we can increase survivability by understanding the difference between survival and sport. And remember that what matters in survival is your will. And that will is more important than your skill. So this is what will keep you alive and increase your survivability.
Not a single one of his videos talks about how to defend yourself from a surprise attack. Everything is like you guys are in a standoff, like in like a Dragon Ball Z episode, and then you act. Nothing to account for like you've been shocked. This man's coming at you with a sucker punch and a frying pan. You have only a matter of milliseconds to defend yourself. Pistol disarm hostage rescue.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. We're showing you right now.
It's a good way of getting the hostage killed and yourself.
Someone's life's in danger and they're being held hostage by a gun in close quarters. Now, we don't suggest you do this if you believe that you can comply with the directives or wait for law enforcement to get there to assist. Number one, you want to agree with them. And
in what situation has this ever happened in the real world outside of an action movie? Why would just a normal civilian be put in a situation like this? I've got your 4th grade math teacher right here, Bond. You're gonna have to give me all the money in the cash register, or he gets it. Hair grab defense, one of many.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. What we're showing you now is a way to escape.
There's a Prime Echo in the resub Rogue and Wolf.
We don't encourage you to fight back if you don't want to.
True chainsaw.
But if you do want to fight back, we want to make sure you have biomechanical advantages, so you're not just using physical force and emotion to fight back. This is how you can break a man's hold if he grabbed the front of your head.
By kicking him in the balls?
She pins the hand. This locks the wrist while locking the hand here, so we cannot move her head against her will and whip her around and take her head and strike things. So she's now going to take her foot.
How does that stop that from happening? Ah, my wrist is held. Luckily, I still have my whole arm to move. That doesn't do anything. Unless she weighs like 3 pounds, he's not even gonna really be moving her around with just his wrist. How does that like shut down the whole arm operation? And he has an entire other arm to come in there and be like, hey, stop that. Stop. Get your hands off. Stop it.
So she's now going to take her foot and kick right into the person's knees. This is also causing them to go off balance. And at that time, she's going to lean forward, which creates a lock. This is a lock right here. This wrist is in pain. It's actually locked. He's locked down. He's in horrible pain right now. She's now going to go to the thumb. She's going to push the tip of the thumb in, which causes more pain. That is how you can get free from a man who holds you by the front of your hair. You're actually locking them, taking them down, causing pain to their hand as well. And now you're free. So this is a way to increase your survivability. Forward.
He was actually pretty close to giving a good tip. Instead of kicking the knee,
Right into the...
just kick him in the dick. Dale has, like, honor, so he feels like if he taught you to kick someone's nuts, people would get upset at him, I guess. But the most unironically, probably the most effective thing you could do here is aim for the cock. There's no such thing as honor when you're trying to survive.